Okay, if you're used to using your Windows 8.1 phone and you now upgrade to 10, you no longer have this version of Outlook. It's a very simple interface. You can swipe left to right to see your all or unread, or change your settings here and there. It's a little more complicated, so we're going to go through the new Outlook for Windows Phone 10. Much like your desktop, it's a very robust application. So let's take a look. So here we are with a fresh install of Windows Phone 10. If we click on Outlook, you'll see right off the bat, it may or may not give you this, but you're going to have to say get started. You may have already have your accounts up that you logged in with your phone with, and you can add accounts. Now I skipped past that. I'm going to go back here now to show you how to add an account. You simply click on the add account button either on that first page or this page, and you choose what type. In this particular case, I'm going to put my Google account on. So after the system thinks a little bit, it comes up and provides you with a login. Now I'm just go ahead and log in. I skip past that, but you log in, and you need permissions to allow the app to access all your Google stuff, and you simply say OK, and now we can go in and set up the account. So if we look here, it says it's set up successfully. So let's take a look. You can access the Outlook Global Settings from any folder. You just simply hit on the three buttons down there, three little dots, and then it says there settings. So let's go ahead and click on that. And you notice that you can manage accounts, which we'll go into a little bit. But let's talk about personalization first. So let's click on that. First thing you see is you can change your color and your highlights and your themes. So you can use the window for your Windows Phone or an accent color and or the theme. So if we change to red here and we back on out, and we back on out again, you'll see that. Let me get to a folder that shows something. Let's go here. And there you go. There's the inbox for Gmail, and it's all turned to red. There's the account screen. It's red as well. So let's go back into settings and go back to personalization. And we're going to change that to some other setting. So I'm going to say purple. No, I'm going to go with use my window accent or blue. I'll force it to be blue. Go light theme or dark theme, or phone, which is a gray one in this particular case. So we go back out here. Let's go to quick actions, and you can do this for one account or all your accounts. Okay. And the first thing we want to talk about is the swipe actions. You can swipe left to right, and you can say, "Oh, swiping right does this certain thing." You can do a flag. You can delete whatever, and then the swipe left is whatever's left over. You can change that setting to whatever you want there. Now next we're going to go down here to automatic replies. You can turn on automatic reply. If you turn that on, you can specify what you're going to say. I never use it, but you can do that. We'll go back into settings here, and in reading you can say, oh, don't make it show it as red, but I don't know why you would do that. Now caret browsing, it has two little left and right arrows at the bottom of your reading while you're reading an email, so you can move between emails just by pressing backwards or forward. Very nice feature to turn on. So the next item is the external content, which is automatically on, and it gets you your images downloaded, plus styles, like the people send you emails with different styles and that stuff on it. I just left it at default. Next is conversations, and that allows it to group your emails together based on a subject line, a bunch of replies, so you can follow it very easily by leaving that on. So I would recommend leaving that where it's at. Okay, so let's go up here to the signature. You can create and modify your reply signature here, or your email signature. Notifications. It says group notifications by account in the Action Center. That's off. You can do different things here to show different kind of things, show your notification banner, or play a sound if you want. So that's about it on the settings. You can go and do a deep dive yourself. But let's go take a look and see what happened and what took effect. First, we're going to look at managing multiple emails. If you tap the corner of your screen over here, next to you'll see it pops out like this, where you can highlight more than one. And if you can't get that to work for you, getting that little side thing to work where you can get it to pop out like that, you can actually do it by pressing on this button right there, and it pops out there. So let's go ahead and select some of these emails here. So now that we have some selected, we can use some of the other functions at the bottom of the screen. So let's take, not these here, but there. And you'll see the archive, delete, or move. So let's go ahead and, you know what, let's do this. Let's uncheck that one. I have two of my subscriber notification emails. I want to move those. And here's a list of folders that I want to do. So if I scroll around here, I should find my YouTube subfolder where I keep all my subscribers. Oh, there it is. I go there, and it says they're moved. And you can even have a few seconds to do it and undo. So we can go back in and do some more. And just, again, click on the emails. Let's bring up the move again. Go down here to subs, and those are moved. So there's a quick way of using some of the multiple email selected and functions to do some stuff with those. Well, we'll get back to some more functions there, but I should have covered how to create an email. So you simply go to the bottom, you hit on the plus, and you type in the 2, and there will come a list of your contacts that you have in your Outlook, contact or people app. So you select one of those, and you go over here, and you type in blah, 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 and type in content here, blah, 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 blah. So there's a couple of things we can do before we send it. So let's take a look at some of those. First thing a lot of people want to do is attach things like photos. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Let's go down here and hit the attach paperclip. And you notice it has several different applications I can attach from. I can do it from photos, from OneDrive, from all sorts of stuff. Well, but this phone, since it was reset for this upgrade, it doesn't have any photos. So let me, I think I'll go out to the camera. I'll just take a photo. Let me see. Let me try that again. Press on that and say, come on, camera. Come on, fingers. There we go. And click on camera. And the camera app comes up. And there's that blurry background. Oh, there's a little bit of warning here because it hasn't been set up. But there's a blurry background behind me, or behind the phone. Just a stupid little photo for demonstration purposes. It says okay. So I say, yep, I'm canceling out. I could say okay and it should attach it, but let's go out to the folders. Now here you can do documents, right? You can go in there and attach documents. Or any one of the other folders. If you click here on this device, it could be music, it could be picture. We're going to go out to pictures in this case, and there's that photo I just took. So we click on that and click on the OK checkbox, and sure enough, there's our email now with the photo attached. Now there's a few more advanced options that aren't really noticeable. If you click on the 3 buttons at the bottom, you'll see that you can see copy and blind copy. You can add addresses there to send it to as well. Okay, we're not going to do that though, but let's go back down here and we can say, oh, high importance and low importance. So check out down here, there's a bunch of options you can use when sending your email. And all you do is press the send button. Now, because they're all together, I sometimes get a little forgetful. Like I see I'm in my inbox on the Outlook account. If I'm not careful, I'll forget that I'm in the other account. But if you just tap here to switch to that account, you'll see all the stuff associated with that. For example, I'm in this account now, and if I look down here, if I click on folders, I'll see the folders with that Gmail account that I set up the Gmail account with. Conversely, it'll do the opposite. If I press on here and I go see the Outlook folders and see those there. Now at first, I didn't like having just one tile that goes to one Outlook. I like having multiple ones. However, I've gotten used to the other way, but just in case you want to, you can sit there and press on the account here, hold it down, you'll see it says pin to start. So we'll do that. And once you have that, you can go to your start menu and you can see your tile for that particular one. And in this case, I've set up one for both Gmail and for Outlook. As usual, that when I first installed, they go down to the bottom of the screen. So let's pick it up and look here, and you see that I have one here for Outlook and one for Gmail. Now, what's good about this, you don't see it here, but in the lower right-hand corner, there'll be a little black circle with a number of unread emails when they come in. So you could actually see which ones had emails coming in. Otherwise, you just get one giant total of all the emails combined. But if you click on it, you go right to that Gmail account there. If I go back to it, I press on the Outlook one, and you'll see that I jump to the Outlook. It also gets you there a little bit quicker. And lastly, if you want, you can actually go down to your folder, hold it down, and there's the pin to start there you see at the bottom. you press on that there, it'll pin a folder to your start screen. So if we back up on the start screen now and we scroll to the bottom, you'll see that I have a new folder, a new tile, and it's named with the folder name and the account it was from. So you'll see it says social media comments from that Gmail account. So that allows you to do pinning of exact folders to your screen. You may have the need to do that for important business stuff. Now earlier in the settings we showed how to configure what actions do what. So let's take a look here at this list. If I take this email and I push it off to the right, you see that it sets the flag for it. So that makes it an important flag, so it's a follow-up reminder. Okay, that's the one action. The other action is to go ahead and after you do that, you can delete the email by simply go the other direction and it archives it because that's the setting that was set up for. So those are your two basic actions, left and right swiping, and you can set them up to do whatever you want. Now when you're viewing a folder in the upper right hand column, you can sit there and say see all of them, which is the natural one. You can say unread or flagged, and it'll filter the ones that you want to see. It's an okay feature. It's not that big of a deal. But unless you have a lot of them, then you can do that. Once you set them to a different setting, like archive or flagged, then you can view them by just simply sit there and say, oh, I only want to see the ones that are unread or the ones that are flagged. Now this one's taken a while because I just told it to sync, and you see the buttons at the top going across the top syncing. I have a large number of emails, but it's pretty responsive normally. So you change the status and then you can filter by the drop-down list in the top right. Now there's a couple more settings there you can set with your account. So if you're pressing and hold the account, excuse me, just pressing the account, you go into the account settings and you notice that you can change the name. Like for example, this just said Outlook because it's set up as Outlook. I changed it to Bob at Outlook so I know which one it is because I may have several. Here's the activity. It's set as based on my usage. I like it as items arrive, more immediate, so I change that. And also how many days it'll bring in. The last 3 days, the last 7 days. If you select any time and you have hundreds or thousands of emails, it'll take forever to sync on your phone. 7 days should be enough until you get back to your desktop and you can deal with stuff back there. You would think if you want to change the sounds that Outlook makes to you, you would go in here and find a setting in here that does that. It's not. That's set at the phone level. So we're going to go back, not here, but we're going to go back to the anywhere actually in the main menu, or just pull the drop-down notification and click on all the settings. And you can set, you'll see down here in the list says personalization. It has sounds, but they're not really there for Outlook. You really want to go up here to notifications because they're notification sounds. So notifications and actions. Okay, so we'll punch on that and we'll go in here and you'll see you'll get a list of the quick actions and other things you can set. But if you go down here to show notifications from these apps, so we scroll down and there's Outlook Mail. So I'm going to press on that and here's our settings. First you can just tell Outlook to shut up, turn off notifications and banners and all that. But here, here's the vibrate setting down here. But down here is the actual sound it makes. And you have a choice of the built-in sounds here. You have no key and message. Press the triangle next to it and you can test them all out. There's the Windows email. It depends upon how much you want to annoy people. So you decide which one you like the best and set it up as your default incoming mail sound. And as with a lot of your application nowadays, there's no save button. You just simply make your selection, and once you have that, you back out of it, and that's your default sound. And now that Microsoft has created what's called universal apps, they run on both Windows Phone and Windows Desktop or tablet, or even for Xbox for some applications, they all look the same. So here's a look at what Outlook looks like on the desktop. Same robust application as you see on your phone, just a format a little differently because of the size of the screens. So there you have it, Outlook 10, I guess you could call it Outlook for Windows Phone 10. Hey, and don't forget to subscribe to Old Guy Geek. Come on back for Windows 8 and Windows 10, and Windows Phone 8 and Windows 10, and general how-to videos, all here to help you make the most out of your system.